if you've been training the Filipino martial arts or any weapon arts and have been actively doing a lot of sparring, especially with the knife, you will often come across a situation where you're in close range and either you have clipped or clinched onto or grabbed onto your opponent's arm, and then automatically as a result, almost like he's or she's copying you, they are grabbing on or trying to grab onto your arm, and oftentimes they are successful and you end up in this 50-50 kind of clinch position where they have your arm and you have their arm. Today we're going to be working solutions around that specific problem. Hey, this is Tuan Aditya from LightHaven, and let's look at some knife combatives. Now first, let's quickly talk about how this situation can occur. Now there are different terms to describe what I'm going to talk about right now, but my favorite that I've heard is the Jedi mind trick, where if I am doing a thing, that often causes my opponent to do the same thing. So in the striking arts, you'll often see every time I go low kick, I will receive a low kick in return. We like to mirror each other as human beings. And so oftentimes, especially when we come into close range with the knife, one of the things that I very naturally gravitate towards, I don't know, maybe it's my grappling training, I'm not sure, maybe it's the amount of work that I've done with my live hand, I don't know, but my hand very naturally looks to clip or control my opponent's weapon arm. And if I can get an underhook, that's okay, it's not great. If I can get an overhook, that's great when I want to control my opponent's knife arm. But oftentimes, because they're moving it around all over the place, I can just about frame with my forearm and then I'll grab it with my hand. And as soon as I grab it with my hand, a light bulb sort of goes off in their head that they're like, oh no, my knife is trapped, I must trap their knife as well. And almost as soon as I grab their hand, they come and start grabbing my hand. And now from here, we're in this 50-50 position, and if I just chill here, then often because I am the smaller person, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. I need to find a way to free my knife hand. So let's look at 3 options to free that knife hand. So from this position, the thing is that of course I can start to look to strip his hand, but then he's going to murder me with the free knife that's there. Now some people will say strip and pull to stab like that, but it's a little bit risky, I believe, because the only thing that's currently stopping him from stabbing me is my hand here. He's looking to put forward pressure, and as soon as I let this go, exactly, I'm going to get stabbed. So it's a bit risky. There are moments when you can maybe let this go or you can go to this hand, but that's maybe not at this point of time. So the first way we're going to do is I'm going to use my shin. Okay, so if we just shift up a bit more, what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to look to pull my hand down. So Vihang's going to hold on tight. I'm going to pull my hand down. I'm going to lift my shin up and place it on his forearm. Now this is really important. If I just push with my shin, it's not enough. As I push with my shin, just turn. As I push with my shin, I am putting pressure with my knife hand into this space where Vihang's thumb and fingers meet. I'm putting pressure into that space, right? So again, from here, I'm going to pull my hand down, lift my shin up, place it on Vihang's forearm, and I'm putting weight into it as I lever my hand out. I'm shimmying it out of the gap between his thumb and his fingers, right? So again, I lift, I strip, and then I'm looking to attack. At no point am I letting go of his knife arm. That's really important. If I let go of this knife arm, we're back again to just stabbing each other. The next technique is my favorite technique. Now, to be honest, against someone who's taller and bigger, this shin strip has failed me quite a few times. It could be just because he is pulling me and pushing me as I'm doing this. Standing on one leg doesn't give me the most amount of confidence. Maybe again, I'm not able to lift my shin high enough, the angle is wrong, something's wrong. For me, the shin strip has failed quite a few times, if I'm being honest. But what I'm going to show you now has actually never failed me, even when I'm using a helmet. What I'm going to do, if Vihang just comes a little bit more, is I'm going to lift Vihang's arm up. Okay? What I'm looking to do is make space here. As I do that, I'm going to step and I'm going to duck. And now this is really important. I'm not just putting my head here, where Vihang can very easily just drop his hand down, and I'm going to be stuck over there. I'm not just putting my head there. I am going to bring my ear to his armpit and up his back, and I'm going to bring my hip really close to him. Now if Vihang just let my knife go, Vihang, let my knife go, and just try and grab my head. Now try and bend me over, try and bend, yeah, now it's really hard for Vihang to guillotine me, right? It's really hard because I have really good hip position. However, if I'm here and I do it, oh, it's very easy. It's very easy to do that, right? So good head and hip position is very important for this. So I'm going to open and step as I duck, open, duck and step, head up, my ears touching his back, my hips are close, and now as I come up, I'm going to strip my knife free. I'm still turn, you turn, turn. I'm still holding on to his knife over here. And now I can start to attack as I start to put pressure into Vihang with my body. I'm here, I'm going to step, duck, lift, head and hips go in, knife strips, and now I'm going to run that way as I look to stab. Okay, this has worked for me every single time I've tried it. I want to take a short break in the video to tell you a little bit about the exclusive content that we offer on our YouTube memberships and on our Patreon page. On both pages, we offer extended exclusive versions of these YouTube videos that go out for free on YouTube. On both pages, we also have a series that's been going on for quite a while now called Drill of the Week, where we look at double stick, single stick, double knife, single knife, stick and knife or sword and knife, empty hands, and I give you a set of drills that you can spend the entire week practicing. But on Patreon, we have two exclusive series that happen nowhere else. One is called Two Horns Training Thoughts, where I give you my thoughts on training, on fighting, preparing my students for fighting, preparing myself for competition, how I approach teaching, just my thoughts on the martial arts in general. And the other is a longer format called Ancient Arts Modern Warriors, where you and me get to geek out or nerd out on the martial arts together. So we're looking at the evolution of different martial arts, the relevance of different martial arts, how different martial arts are connected to each other. I often have exclusive interviews from other teachers or extended versions of exclusive interviews from other teachers of martial arts. And again, it's just an opportunity for you and me to engage in a longer format on everything to do with the martial arts. So if you would like to know more about either of these pages, click the join button down below for YouTube memberships and look for a link to the Patreon page in the pinned comments and in the description of this video. Now back to the video. The last technique, in my opinion, is a little bit of a Hail Mary. It can work sometimes, it can't work sometimes, it's a bit more flamboyant. What I'm essentially looking to do is, I am finding that Vihang's grip is really strong. Okay, so instead what I'm going to do is Vihang just turns a little bit, turn. I am going to take Vihang's knife arm to my knife and cut. Okay, if you come a bit closer to the camera, I'm going to bring this knife arm to my knife and I'm going to cut his arm. And now what I'm going to look to do is I'm going to turn a little bit, I'm going to take my knife arm and I'm going to push it that way. What's happening is that Vihang's arm is getting stuck on his own forearm, which is why it's hard for him to follow. So one more time, I'm cutting, hoping that that causes enough damage to cause a distraction, and then I'm stripping this out, and then I can cut up or I can work there, right? One last time, we're in this 50-50 position. I'm going to bring Vihang, it's important, I may not be able to bring my arm because Vihang's holding really tight, hold really tight. I may not be able to bring my arm to Vihang's knife, but I can bring Vihang's knife to my arm. And now I'm going to strip, push, control, finish. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add, any comments, any questions, please leave that in the comments down below. Please do subscribe to the channel. All of these things really do help out our school and our channel a lot. A huge thank you to everybody on the YouTube memberships and everybody in our Patreon page. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you'd like to know more about the exclusive content that we offer on either of the two pages, check out the links in the description down below. Thank you Vihang for assisting me. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.